and welcome to episode 16 of Wear This. My name is Edwards Weiss. I'm the founder and creative director of David Edwards Clothing, an online menswear boutique. During the holiday season, Andre and I are broadcasting remotely. Andre, hello.
Hey everybody, Andre Wilson, Black Garment Bag. I am really excited about today's discussion. We're going to be talking about winter coats. And I have a couple of my favorites to kick us off on this conversation today. First up is a winter parka. And I really like parkas just because, with the inclement weather and it gets super cold here in the city, it's really nice to have a nice coat that is stylish, but also very practical. And I think this particular coat that I'm going to talk about actually fits the bill. So I'm actually just going to move it up a little closer so you can get a better view of it. And it's from a Canadian manufacturer called Rudsak, Rudsak. And I was looking for a coat that was obviously going to keep me warm, but also that also had a high style sort of value to it as well. And I found this one in my research and I really like it. First of all, what really grabs me is the color. I didn't want anything dark because I feel like there's a sea of dark coats out there during winter. And I wanted to go something a little bit more lighter that would actually be more interesting and that would stand out. So I found this particular quilted coat. I really like it. I like the length of it. I like that it has lots of pockets, which is very important for me because I have lots of stuff that I carry with me. And so it's really nice to have like lots of pockets. The feel of the coat is very nice as well too. It's a nice soft nylon. And it's also stuffed with goose down feathers. So lots of warmth in this particular coat. The other part that I like about this coat is in terms of the style perspective is the leather patches on the sleeve. I really like that. That's a nice touch. So it gives people something to look at as you're walking away. So I really like that. And then also I love the hood. So this is raccoon fur trim around the collar. And I think that's a really nice touch. And it just elevates the overall coat. So it's just not your standard park. It just adds a level of luxury to this particular coat. Step this aside. And I like a variety of coats to kind of get me through the winter season. And that means a range of short coats, long coats, short coats, and coats that are somewhere in between. So one of my other favorite coats that I like to wear during the winter is this wool and cashmere bomber jacket. I picked this up and when I went on my last visit to Paris, and it's from a brand called Sandro. And I really like this jacket because obviously it's just really cool because of the bomber jacket aesthetic, but it's just really nice. It's a nice weight and you can definitely layer pieces underneath it. And the other component that I like about this jacket is that the collar is removable. So it basically gives you two looks in one, and I really like that. And then also the color is really great too. It definitely stands out. It's definitely a noticeable color. So these are two coats that I'm really excited about this winter season, and these are two of my favorite coats that I'll be wearing this winter. Edwards, how about you?
Andre, let me see that coat again. That one. That is a handsome coat.
Yeah. When I saw it, I fell in love with it right away, and I was like, I must have this coat. I don't care how I have to get it back to the States. I'm going to make this purchase. And it's been a great coat. I get lots of compliments on it when I wear it, and it's just a jacket as well.
It's very handsome. You know what? I need to borrow that for the winter, so I'll give it back to you next spring.
If you can fit it, you can borrow it.
For that coat, I would make a way to fit into it. You know what? Believe it or not, everyone, I am not a fan of cold weather, but I love winter because of all the different ensemble pieces that you can use for your styling every day. The two jackets or coats that I've chosen today is the first one is a very sleek, modern black coat from La Prudence du Modèle. And they are a fashion house from Hong Kong. What I liked about it, they interpreted the black coat, making it very sleek, but very versatile at the same time. They have built into the collar is a hat. But if you don't need the hat, it just rolls very quickly back into a collar. It's, like I said, it's very sleek. The pockets are jetted. What really impressed me about the coat was the angle of the zipper. Instead of going straight down, it goes this way, which I think is very modern. So, and it unzips very, very easily. And you got your element of color. Now,
I really like that. Yep, and Edwards, I'm
go
sorry
ahead.
for talking over you, but I really like the asymmetrical zipper on that coat. It just really adds like another level, another layer of dimension and interest to that look.
Absolutely. And and the coat is the first piece people are going to see when you walk into a building or into a room. That's your first statement piece, in other words.
Agreed. Agreed.
Now, the other coat I always love, it's very classic, but very modern at the same time, is the 6-button houndstooth coat. Now, disclaimer, normally you would use all the buttons, but for speed's sake, I only did the one. But what I
Well,
like
Edwards,
to,
Edwards, let me just interject. I would say because it's a double-breasted jacket, you would
yeah,
definitely button the upper buttons, but then the bottom buttons you would leave unbuttoned.
okay, yes,
Yeah.
thank you. I appreciate that. So this is from the Jaime Hemsani collection from Mexico City, and he has put a kind of a modern twist on it. He's widened the collar, and then it's made it extra large in the back. Also, which is hot this season, added leather epaulets and then leather armbands. And then to add an element of color, because I have the black pants, I put a Del Cinto cashmere scarf with this. So once you arrive at your destination, unbutton the coat, take it off, then you got your social outing outfit. And if you just want to keep your neck warm and then just keep an element of color, you have the burgundy scarf. Now, Andre, I think you have a very special announcement today.
I actually do. And before I get to that, I just want to make one footnote about winter coats in general. And it's in terms
Yes.
of just a note about sizing. So if you plan to layer your coat, wear, layers underneath your coat, and particularly if you plan to wear like thicker sweaters like what I have today, you may want to size up. And if you tend to wear, lighter layers, thinner layers, then you might want to just wear your true size. So I just want to keep, make that notation because I know sometimes people tend to err on the side of getting a bigger coat, but then they don't layer. So it ends up making the coat look a little, too big for you. So just keep that in mind. If you're going to layer with thick layers underneath, then you want to size up. And if you do thin layers underneath, then you can just keep your regular true to size.
Perfect. Thank you.
And yes, I did have an announcement to make. I am currently partnering with the Denim Lounge here in Chicago on a coat drive. We are collecting coats for the Pacific Garden Mission in the South Loop, and we are accepting donations through Sunday, December 20th. So if you have any gently worn winter coats, men and women's coats, please drop them off at either of the 2 locations at the Denim Lounge. One location is in Roscoe Village and the other is in Lakeview. Please contact me directly for specific details about the address of where you can drop those coats. And Edwards, I'll hand it back over to you.
All right. Well, thank you. Hey, share with us, what kind of overcoats do you like to wear in the winter? What colors, what styles? And then what kind of accessories do you put with it? Share in the comments section or send us, communicate with us. My email is ed@davidedwards.cc, or you can DM me at Instagram. Andre.
Oh, great. You can also reach me on all social media platforms at Black Garment Bag, or you can send me an email directly at andre@blackgarmentbag.com.
Great. Well, until our next episode, when you walk into your closet and you are putting together your winter ensemble, do not forget, when in doubt, go bald. Ciao.
Bye, everybody.
Okay.